and just make sure that we are still making money. And hopefully everything will be fine. We are losing money still, but that's probably because production's still ongoing. Yeah, we're back to 1,400 a day for reasons. But yeah, Indonesia, doing good stuff. Doing very good stuff. What if you go into Amsterdam? No. I want you in Zwolle. Because this is the area that we'll struggle to hold if we go toward Germany. Right, speaking of which, how is everyone feeling towards us? The Germans don't hate us. So we could start trying to buy and sell items from them, which will increase relations. Because I don't think any of the other agreements will happen. Whoops. So let's go ahead and close those. What about with the French? Non-aggression pacts with anyone? No. Britain? Non-aggression pact? No. Alright, so we're going to have to try and do some trading. So the one which I am the most scared about is Germany, because they're next to us. So we're going to see if we can buy some consumer goods. We'll do it in bulk. We'll buy 10 million worth? 3,000 tons? No, you don't want to sell that much. What about 1,500 tons? Nope, don't want to sell that. 1,000 tons. Nope, don't want to sell that either. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be trading with you. What about rubber? Let's just steal your rubber supplies. Yes, you will accept a rubber trade. So we're going to be buying 1 million worth rubber for 2 million. No, 141 million worth for 2 million. 2 million looks to be the minimum. When are you going? There you go. Whoops. So you want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 800k for something worth 141. That is a terrible deal, and you should feel terrible. No, we're just going to wait until you get desperate. We'll just stockpile everything until they get desperate. Although, looking at the military differential here, we have a very small military. Germany has a very big military. Like, Germany's even putting France to shame. Britain's still comparable, though. Britain could definitely do some damage. I really want to know how British Navy's doing, though. That's the one I'm not sure about. That's better. Now I can actually see how many of you are watching this. I've been sitting here without a viewer account. I'm like, is anyone actually watching right now? Yes, there is. Right, has the next Pioneer finished? Yes, he has. So actually, yeah, auto-deploy is on. So why are you not deploying? That is you. I have a feeling you're going to be in the reserves, aren't you? Those are the crappy artillery, infantry. No, you're not in the reserves. I've definitely built a second Pioneer. No, I haven't. He's still here. 2 days. Aha! We're here, don't worry. I know some of you were. I'm just wondering how many. Uh-oh. The Ottomans have declared war on Russia. Acknowledged. And there we go. Now we've got the second one. You should have appeared. There you are. Hi. So we are starting to get some more garrisons appearing. But that is probably where all of our reservists are disappearing to, is because we wanted to maximize the number of garrisons we have. So even though we probably... I wonder if we're spending a lot of money on salaries. We are. Higher salaries means you get more reservists. Reservists are who are used for the garrisons, which are basically automatic infantry units. Because we're going to be relying so heavily on close combat battles, we want to have a lot of garrisons out, which is why I wanted them maximized. Like, although we are not a major military power, we want to look scary, and we basically want to look like we're too much trouble for someone to go and conquer. That's our intention right now. I don't think we're doing too bad a job at that. Expenses are still higher than income, but we are selling stuff, so we should be okay. Although our overall amount of money is deteriorating. We are still importing a whole lot of industrial goods. I was not expecting the railways to be quite this expensive, I will admit. Like, one railway is 19,000. And yet we're spending millions a day on this. I have a feeling we're actually going to need to take out another loan. Although we are down to just 3, which is fine. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to take another one. I'm actually pretty happy with the small number of loans that we have. We paid them back in pretty good time. And the amount of loans we can take are increasing pretty dramatically, which is the sign of a very healthy economy. Although that is also the sign of very high inflation. Which is now sitting at 10%. War declared. Serbia has declared war on the Ottomans. Okay. And unit design complete. Excellent. So we have got supply trucks. Excellent. So if we decide to go on the offensive, then we need supply trucks. They are very important. I learnt that in the Portugal game. You kind of need them. Otherwise you tend to come to a grinding halt when attacking people. In a defensive war, though, less important, because you tend to have other supply lines open in terms of supply depots and things. Right, another loan. Off you go. Wait, was that a smaller loan? Oh, yeah, it was. Oh, good, our economy is shrinking. Ottomans, Ottomans, Ottomans. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Lots of mutual defence pacts being triggered right there. Still losing 1,000 a day. Why are you so expensive? Oh my gosh. What else is being built? Seriously, what else is being built? Aren't we finished? Unfortunately, there is no way of seeing your progress on railroads and things. So I have no idea if they're actually finished. Like, are we building anything? Are we repairing anything? I don't think we are. So where the hell are all these industrial goods going to? Oh no, we are still building some here. I can kind of see that. They still look like a ghost image. Oh, and we're building bridges and stuff. Okay. Yeah, that in itself costs 2 million. Okay, so we're building a boatload of bridges. Pun intended. Because this is the Netherlands. Just to spite you. So the regular railroads, like up here, have finished. And they... Oh no, it says there, transportation infrastructure. What's that? Close combat, low visibility, that's fine. So these areas are finished, and they will have highest supply. These areas, because we are building bridges, not quite as good. And that's what's costing me at the moment. Okay. That kind of makes sense, and it's going to be the same thing over here. This is all going to be bridges, isn't it? But supply, massively up. Much, much happier. I think the other thing we may want to do is put a pier up here somewhere, like these 3, so that we can get some more supply by sea up there. Although that is also dangerous because that invites naval invasions. Naval invasions can only occur where you have a pier, unless the unit has the amphibious trait, which most units don't. Yeah, you are... I am basically building in a reclaimed swamp. It's true. We are the swamp Germans. As someone else has said. Oh man, there are so many terms, derogatory terms for us. Swamp Germans, and you have the southern Dutch over here. Oh, France is fighting back though. Are they? Yeah, they are. Kind of. And there are still some German ships off the British coast, but Britain does still control some of it. So it's not all bad. I really wish I could see how the Royal Navy is doing though. Alright, now we are definitely making money. 25 million. Let's see how much we get tomorrow. 25.6, 25.4. So we are losing a little bit. I feel comfortable enough to pay off one of the debts though. Meanwhile, our inflation remains at 10%. Unemployment's 3.7. And what's our debt burden? 39 million. Actually, I'm kind of curious. What is everyone's debt burden now? They're going to... Wow. Britain has 1.5 billion. France is 1.3 billion. So people are getting debt. And there are a lot of people with no debt. So these are clearly the ones who can't take it out yet. So that is a lot of colonies. Albania, Serbia, Montenegro, China, Tibet. There is definitely something that triggers your being allowed to take bonds out. I really wonder what it is. Was it a technology? I don't think so. We hadn't researched any yet. Total income? Maybe? No idea. Right, the other thing that I would like to do fairly early is build another research centre that we can get more research and maybe start exporting it to others. It's a bit expensive though. 289 million, so we'll be saving up for a while. Non-colonial status? No, because Bulgaria, I never got it and I was definitely making more money with Bulgaria. Alright, just industrial good production's up to 70, so that's probably the railroad starting to pay off a little bit. You're constructed. You're constructed. Supply is going up. You're still under construction, but that will mean that Maastricht and its power plants get supply. Good. Supply is way up over on that side. Alright, so this is looking a lot better. I'm quite a lot happier about this. We still have not much supply over on this side, so we could probably do with building a supply depot over here. Possibly in Ussen here. Or here. You're more central. We'll do it in Hooghaven. Yeah, we'll build one there. So, supply depot. There. Just one at a time, because they are quite expensive. And we'll move our pioneers over there to oversee their production. Marvellous. Meanwhile, how much longer do we have on this last pioneer? 5 more days. I think their magic number is 7 pioneers for maximum production. I think you can get something like a 49% production boost. I don't know the exact numbers. If someone wants to go and look that up and let me know, that would be fantastic. But I think it's around 7. Each one providing 7% production boost. Something like that. 2 more days. And we are still making money, even while we're building the supply depot, even while it's being hasted. Okay, now we're building artillery. These are going to be pumped out much more quickly. And I'll be feeling quite a lot happier about our defences once we have those in place. Yeah, 7% times 7, 49 is the max. That's what I thought. I was also quoting from Barber, just wasn't 100% sure on my memory because I had my mind on other things at the time. Oddly enough. It's not like we were fighting Russia or anything at the time. Alright, timber use is actually expanded. We're a little bit short there. Coal and metal we're fine. Electricity we're also fine. Consumer goods we are producing a lot, though we could do with some more. I think really the big one's going to be industrial goods and then maybe some military goods. I would really like to maintain a bigger stockpile of military goods. How do I do that? That's selling in bulk. I want to just say I want to keep 10,000 in stock. Am I able to do that? No, I don't think so. Alright. Am I actually using uranium in 1914? No. We have some, oddly enough, but no, we're not using any. And artillery is definitely being churned out rather more quickly. And I know that these SFHs are pretty strong. I was using the Austrian version with Bulgaria, but they just have such a nice range. Like I was saying that their range was, what, 41 kilometers? So if we go to the measuring tool here, we can see down in the bottom down here, it's just short of 3 tiles. So it's probably about where my mouse is where you can hit. So usually you see them kind of crawling to the very edge of their hex, then they could hit anything in that hex, which basically gives us these two to put infantry in and hold. And most artillery in the game has a range of 2 hexes rather than 3. So we can outgun them and basically provide safety for our infantry in front of them. So that is all good. However, I will need you to be reserved. And I think I want you in Zwolle. I think I'm going to put most of my forces in Zwolle. Because they can react north, east, south. I mean, we have some troops down here. And we will need to hold this because this is our military production area. So it's kind of important. Military goods shortage. Yeah. I have a feeling that's going to be an increasing problem. Yep, we're out. Market availability, poor. It's like there's a war or something on which is using all the military goods. So maybe that is something we want to start investigating production of ourselves. No, I think I'm going to bolster industrial goods further myself. So I think we're going to grab another one in Hilversum here. We'll have to keep an eye on. Oh, and we didn't pay off the debt. We'll pay off the debt first. So we'll build this one industrial plant. That's not a problem. We'll wait until we get the money from Indonesia. We'll use that to pay off a big chunk of the debt, and then we'll start focusing on industrial plants to make sure that there are enough factories around the world to meet this demand. Or we could be really sneaky and not improve the amount of industrial production and just get military production, and then be perfectly positioned to supply the world with military goods without allowing them to build their own factories to be in competition with us. We could just ban ourselves from selling industrial goods. I might do that. Yeah, shortage of military. That's not surprising. And I have a feeling the shortage of military goods is what kind of slows the war down quite a lot. Although, wow, you've already got the cutoff against the Russians over here. Although, from my experience, this pocket actually lasts quite well. Which is weird, because they shouldn't have any supply. And the French seem to have cut off the Germans over here as well. Whoa, they have almost run out of money. Let's get a little bit more money. Bit of a cash injection, shall we? We have some more artillery. Let's go and tell you to reserve in Zwolle. And then once I have these 10 artillery, I might just disband the other ones. Oh man, we have a lot of crappy patrol boats. We'll need to modernise the navy at some point as well. Like, this navy is dreadful. It lasted seconds when I actually went into war against the Germans. Yep, still military goods shortages, not surprised by that, and the Germans have reconnected. So the Germans and the Austrians really like using armoured vehicles, and I'm pretty sure that everyone else does. I mean, they are kind of the military units of the future. Have we built this already? Wow, that was quick. Alright, so we should see supply flowing in to this area and improving our productivity, which is lovely. And this is also going to mean that we're going to have free cash, which we can then use to build more industrial areas. So we're going to move you down to Hilversum and build some more industrial goods factories. I think I'm going to continue with the mid-sized ones. What's their output? 1,600 tons. I guess that's a year? So it's a tenth of the industrial goods one. That's fine. In this day and age, that is totally fine. We can always upgrade them later. And we probably will need to. Military facility complete. Supply depot done. It's definitely nice having positive trade so we can actually get stuff on the global market. That was a difficulty with Bulgaria because the world hated me because I was on the central power side. I really want to start trying to do more trading things with you guys. Just in general. Does not look like you are willing to. I wonder if that becomes more of a thing post First World War. Possibly. I would like you to reserve in Zwolle. Money is still coming in. We still have a deficit, but that is being rectified by our petroleum and consumer goods production sales. We are still needing to import industrial goods and military goods, but that's not a surprise. We have another artillery almost done. Tomorrow. And done. Let's have you come and reserve in Zwolle. How many are left? Only 5. 6. 6 more. I'll be pretty happy with 10 of those. Like, they have impressive firepower. With 10 of those guns, I basically took out Serbia, Greece, Romania, Montenegro, Albania, and a whole bunch of infantry and cavalry. Although the interesting one, when I was fighting Serbia, their cities were not garrisoned. Like, they didn't have the reservists to garrison stuff, so it was just constant shifting borders. It's actually kind of an interesting war. Cavalry reigned supreme, because they're so quick, you can just encircle people. Very kind of Hearts of Irony type of war, actually. Greece won't intervene. Despite good relations between Greece and Serbia, the Greek government has chosen not to intervene on Serbia's behalf in the ever-growing conflict. It cited their past agreements as being in relation to the Bulgarian aggression only. Romania has refused an Entente suggestion to join Greece in support of Serbia. Commodity shortages appearing. I recommend we take steps to increase production so we can meet demand. I will acknowledge that. I have plans, don't worry. We got this. Mordred using fast units? Never. No armoured go-karts here. No, 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 no. Gibberoo, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. Okay, we are definitely making money. Do I dare risk building another industrial goods plant? I think I do. Do another one in Hilversum. The Amsterdam area is usually pretty easy to hold because it's so many garrisons around there. Production begun. Excellent. Now come on, Indonesia. I need you to pay me so I can pay off my debt. Pretty pleased with the cherry on top. Okay, we are actually getting a stock of industrial goods now. So we are definitely surpassing demand in terms of imports plus production. I mean, production's gone up by, what, 20? Something like that. Seems like a pittance compared to the 2017, but okay. Oh, crap. Hi, Germany. Well, interesting. I guess we'll be joining the Entente then. Germany has declared war on the Netherlands. I'm going to condemn that. That is a terrible thing for you to do. Dutch East Indies sent me some money just in frickin' time. Okay then. Haha! Interesting. We are going to deploy all the things. Right, you lot are going to shift over to there for now. You lot... Oh, we could even go on the offensive to take that back, but no, I think what we're going to do is Venlo, and then maybe half of you down to Maastricht. And all of you lot are going to shift over to Apeldoorn, where we will then reposition you after that. Right, next thing I want to do is make sure we have some goods, military goods production going. I'm just going to whack out 2 of these in Amstelveen. Hopefully we can afford those. And that will do. Pioneers, you can actually come to Utrecht. Furthermore, speed, normal. And let's save this, just in case things go really, 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 really bad. NL1, save. This is exactly what happened last time, but last time I was actually supporting or condemning some of their wars on people, but this time I did not do that. So, Britain. About our having mutual enemies and stuff. Yeah, how about mutual defense, buddy? Oh, you would agree, right now. In that case, I want full transit. Criminal extradition. Full alliance? No, you wouldn't take the alliance, that's unfortunate. Alright, no alliance. But everything else. Labour, full transit, line of sight. Will Britain do line of sight? That would actually be super useful to have. We will speak to you soon. Alright, the Germans are coming in with those. I don't want to deploy my navies. They're going to have a pretty easy time killing the garrisons on our coastline, which is unfortunate. Oh wow, you are being shot to pieces. By whom? This is the power of artillery, by the way. You're seeing it already. Let's back you off. Let's leave our artillery there. You continue your march to Venlo.